What I would like to know from these classified documents, if they're declassified, I'd like to see the FISA court warrant applications on Carter Page. I'd like to see the written justification, how they use the Steele dossier, the anti-Trump Steele dossier, to get that application approved, and whether or not and how they told the judge about this dossier, whether they revealed that it was paid for by Hillary Clinton or whether it was obscure. I'd like to see that in detail so we know whether that was politically motivated or not. That's the first thing. The second thing is I would like to see declassified documents on FBI notes regarding how they handled the Michael Flynn investigation, how they handled that interview, and what went on there. Because it seems to me, we talked about this, I think, 2 weeks ago, it seems to me that the FBI set a trap for Michael Flynn, even if he lied, which it seems that he did. They set an unfair trap for him to try to get to Trump. I'd like to see that. I'd also like to see the scope document on the Mueller probe to know exactly what he has the authority to do and where his authority is restricted and what the justification for that is. Those are the three things that I think would really open up, I guess it would really enlighten us, the American people, as to what's going on and whether abuses have been occurring.
I agree with you, and let me add to your list. Here's my three. First of all, I want to know everything about the two professors, that is, Mifsud and the other professor that they refer to in the UK. It appears that those people were originally indicated to be Russian assets, the people who were seeming to lure Papadopoulos and Carter Page over to the UK. And plying them for information and trying to establish a relationship with them. It appears now that they were not Russian assets, that they were actually American assets or UK assets. We need to know whether that's the case. It is exactly what the U.S. government is trying to hide. It is exactly what the prosecutors are trying to hide. We need to know who those people were working for, and I believe that we do, based on the information that's come out around Adam Lovinger. I'd encourage all of your viewers to look him up, because he found the money that was flowing to one of these professors and tucked away in a DoD budget and blew the whistle on it, and his career was destroyed as a result. Secondly, I think that we need to see everything about Anthony Downing. This is another thing that we believe that the federal government is trying to hide. Anthony Downing signed off on a $25 million, I believe, grant to the Clinton Foundation. He's an Australian official. He also is the person who was reporting the supposedly untoward behavior of Carter Page and Papadopoulos to the FBI, allowing them to investigate. That's a conflict of interest, and I want to know what role the Australian government played in it, which they are desperately trying to hide. And third, I want to know what Strzok was doing, what Peter Strzok was doing in the UK, what the CIA was doing in the UK, and whether they were, as we suspect, spying on Americans, deliberately luring them offshore so that they could do something that would otherwise be illegal if they did it in the U.S.
Right, and I want